Live on a Friday. It is follow-up Friday, and I hope everybody is having a good March 4th. As a reminder, what we do on today, we do two live sessions each week, or I do two live sessions each week. On Monday, talk a bit about a motivational quote or something that can help inspire a change, a shift in behavior, mindset, thinking, action. So, motivation on Monday. And then on Friday, it's about reflecting back on each of the topics discussed over the course of the week. So, give people just a couple of minutes to see if folks start to drop in. I'm not seeing anybody in at this time. I am watching the comments. Yeah, if you have something to share, just add it into the comments. If you have something that you consumed over the course of the past week that you thought was interesting, that others might find value in, you can share that as well. Um, keep sharing with each other. So Monday started with um, I started with a quote from Tolkien. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. And really just kind of highlights how important mindset is and thinking are and approach are in uh, the way you go about doing the work that you do. Now, for those of you who've been watching me on Instagram or have you heard some of the conversations in Clubhouse, I've been working on building strength as I've got myself back in the gym. And that's one way that you build strength so you can overcome challenges. But it's not the strength of the body; it's the strength of the spirit. What's the thing, the driving force that keeps you motivated, keeps you moving forward, keeps you pushing through, as Seth Godin would call it, the dip. Then on Tuesday, I got into well, Tanner Brock's favorite, one of Tanner Brock's favorite shapes that we talk about from a catalyst perspective, which is the proposal plan. And the proposal plan is a four-sided shape. It's square. Sometimes I draw it as a rectangle, but it's basically clarity around what are some of the questions that we should be asking, and what questions should we be able to answer in order to effectively put together a proposal that we would deliver to a customer, or determine whether or not we're in the right position to deliver that proposal to a customer. And we can flip that around and we can use it inside our own businesses and inside our house to determine, is this to help us make better decisions on investments we want to make. And when we make those investments, remember, investments are not just financial investments. It's not just the money that you're putting out there, it's your time. And some would say that's probably your most valuable resource, your time, because you can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. Money you can make anywhere. What are you doing relative to decisions as it relates to resources? And when your customers are going through their process, how much clarity do you have around the problem that they need to solve from their perspective, because they're the ones making the decision? Why it's important, the business impact, how your solution, and then cost. And so go back to that video if you're interested. And again, that's the proposal plan um, tool. And then on Wednesday, Whiteboard Wednesday, we went through, you know, the this idea of where does revenue come from, and it just there's a we know that we need to make money inside our organizations. And the reason we need to make money inside our organizations is so that the organization can thrive, so that we can continue to provide the products or services that we do into the marketplace, so that we can continue to employ the employees that we have on our team, so that we can continue to provide for our family. So the making money is not a bad thing. It's necessary in order for you to continue to do the things that you want to do and be able to support the people that you want to support. Well, it's important for us to be able to map out, where does that money come from? How do you know? For me, I shared um, the uh, what I would refer to as a kind of a broader revenue enablement or rev ops uh, model, dare to grow model, where we talk about demand, acquisition, retention, and expansion, retention and expansion, and being able to map out each of those lines. That was Whiteboard Wednesday, and you could always go back and watch those Whiteboard Wednesday videos in on our YouTube channel. If you look for Catalyst Sale YouTube channel, you'll find a Whiteboard Wednesday, and you'll find a number of the other videos that I've put out there over a period of time. And then yesterday it was a little bit of singing, a little bit of dancing, and going back to some Schoolhouse Rocks cartoons and how a bill becomes a law. How a bill becomes a law. What's the understanding that process? Not specifically the bill becoming a law process, but the idea of being able to map out a process that takes place from the interactions that you have in the marketplace. This could be, how does a customer go through a decision making process? What's their decision making process? How does that differ from the organization's buying process? What does your implementation process look like? So you can map these out in the same way that Rocks mapped out what happens with that bill as uh, he goes through the journey to become a law. So a couple of things to reflect on. Not seeing anybody in the stream. If you watch this after the fact, let me know what times work well for you, and we can go ahead and move things around. It is 8:15 in the morning for those of you who are on the East Coast. It is 6:15, just a little bit after 6:15 in the morning out here for me in Arizona. And in a couple of weeks, it'll be 5:15 if we do this at the same time, because the rest of you will change your clocks and we will not. I hope you had an amazing week. Take time to reflect on the things that you've shared over the course of the week, the things that you've learned over the course of the week, and the things that you plan to change as a result. Thank you.